Shalom, Mishpacha. Shalom, shalom. I'm on my way home, so I'm doing an evening driving in the Word. No. I just wanted to come on. I had a thought, and I know it not probably, but it was Abba. I was thinking, I remember exactly where I was, what I was doing, and how I felt the first time I heard the name Yahweh. And I think at that time I heard it pronounced Yahweh. I was a little girl. And at that time, because I was a little girl, it wasn't a big deal to me. I just thought, oh, that's his name. That's his name in Hebrew, because that's what my mom told me, so I didn't question it. Then I strayed from that name. Life, it's wow. Anyway, I strayed from that name, and we all know the story. I was raised as JW, a Jehovah's Witness, so we were calling him Jehovah for most of my life. And then when it first came up again, Yahweh and Yeshua, I remember where I was, I remember how I felt, and I remember saying, no, that is not the name. His name is Yahweh or Jehovah. And whatever this other language is, whatever they're talking about over there, that is demonic. That is Satan. And that sounds like, some foreign tongue that I don't need to be involved in. But I kept on digging because I wanted to know what this was. And it went from me wanting to know to me having an insatiable desire to need to know. It was like a requirement for me to want to learn more and want to learn why I didn't have this, why I didn't have all this information as a child. And what happened that my parents didn't tell me this? And did they know? And I'm sure they didn't, because they would have told me. And if they knew, would they have received? And should I give this information to my son? And is this the name I need to be calling on? And what happened to Jehovah? And what happened to Yahweh? And what happened to Jesus? And what happened to God? And what Elohim was doing was he was revealing to me, his child, what I needed to know at the proper time. I needed to know it, and keeping things from me that needed to be kept from me at the proper time that it needed to be kept from me. So think about your children. They're young. You give them information according to their stage in life, where they are. You give them a little bit here, a little bit there, what they can handle. You might tell one child more than the other. You might give one more knowledge than the other. You might have one child come into revelation a little more sooner than the other. Later, you might be sitting around, the kids might be sitting around talking about something about mom and dad, and one child might say, what? I never knew that. That's happened to me and my brothers and sisters in the past. I never knew that. He never told me that. Why didn't he tell me? Why did he tell you? Why did he share? But I just say that to say that I was so good, because he knows what we need when we need it. He knows who can handle what pressure at what time, and how it will affect our lives, what we can take and how we'll take it, and who we can take the information from that he uses to give that revelation to. It's beautiful, actually. And it's all about family. I mean, it's the same with your family. It's the same. Just like your husband or your wife. Your husband, he might, not that he's keeping secrets from you, but he might not tell you something at a certain time, because he knows this might not be the proper time to tell you, because he knows you might fly off the handle, or you might not handle this properly, or you might get overzealous and over emotional and not take it in the correct way. And as the head of the house, he needs to be careful with that, because your care is in his hands, and he's obligated to you to take care of that, to take care of your feelings and your emotions and everything that comes with that. The same with you. You might have some information that you want to give your husband. Now, if he's at work and he's dealing with things at work, the pressures at work, you're going to wait till he gets home. You're not going to spring it on him like that and disrupt his life and bring unnecessary chaos when you can do it decent and in order. The same with your children. You're going to give your children the proper information at the proper time. They crawl, then you teach them to walk. Some of your children, like my son, my son went from, what's the word? Slithering, I guess. That's a bad word. But he went from grazing across the floor on his stomach to crawling. To walking. He never really crawled. He never did that. And some kids, they don't have to learn. They just do it. But it's all in Abba's timing. And how absolutely blessed are we that we have a Father that knows us from the womb and knows what we can take and knows what pressure he can apply to you and what pressure he can apply to me and what he needs to hold off on. She's not ready for that. Okay, now she's ready for that. I hope you guys had a great day. That's just some food for thought. We can't put our Abba, we can't put Yahweh Elohim in a box. Everything that you think about, you can give him. You can give him the praise. Because there's nothing in your life that has happened that he wasn't involved in. And that is awesome. That's amazing. You guys have a good evening. I am almost home. It's beautiful out here. And hopefully I'll see you for the live stream. Alan's live stream is stealth tonight, but if you don't make it, no worries. Like my brother Hanu says, no worry, no hurry. No hurry, no worry. All in Elohim's time. I love you. Be good. Till the next one. Shalom.